Hi everyone, this is Kanak, chaddha, and welcome to the 2-hour mandala workshop. So today we are going to learn a new form of art which is also known as mandala art. Now mandala art is a very amazing art and it helps you boost your concentration. It is a very stress relieving art. So make sure that whenever you sit for learning a mandala art or for doing a mandala art, you sit with a calm mind because you may have to sit on it for hours. So let's start from the basics. We are going to take a plain white sheet first of all. Now this is a plain white sheet. You can also take an art book if it suits you. We are going to need a D, a pencil, a scale 30 centimeter, a compass and a pencil, and black pens. You're also going to need a black sketch pen, but I'm not using it here. Now once you have a white sheet, we're going to draw borders on it. Now borders make your work look neat and clean. So always draw borders before you start any work. Mandala art consists of construction work and then pen work. So we are going to do construction first and then we are going to learn how to actually do the pen work. So how to do the construction? First of all, you have to find the center of your page. Once you have drawn the borders, you have to find the center of your page. How to find the center? Now measure the borders. For instance, my horizontal line is for 20 centimeter. So I am going to draw a point at 10 centimeter, half of my 20 centimeter. And then my vertical line is for 26.5 centimeter. So I am going to draw a line at 13.2 centimeter. So this would find the center of the page. Now let's extend these lines. This is my vertical line and this would be my horizontal line. The point where these both these lines are intersecting is the center of our page. So this is the center of our page. Mark it. Okay, this is the center of our page. Now once you have found the center of your page, take a scale. Okay, take a scale and measure the half of your horizontal line. This is 10 centimeter. All right, so our center is on 0 centimeter and we are going to draw a point at every centimeter, like 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. That's it, because at the 10th we have our border. So we'll leave the 10 centimeter and we'll draw points till 9 centimeter. Now after drawing the points till 9 centimeter, we are going to use a compass. Okay, what is the need of compass? Now look, place the compass on the center of your page, the one we marked before, and draw a circle from every point at the 9 centimeters we had made. So you'll have to draw a circle on every point. Okay, now this was for the 9th centimeter, this is for the 8th centimeter. Okay, this is the way we are going to do this. Okay, then this was for the 7th centimeter, this is for the 7th centimeter, and 6th centimeter. Okay, 5th centimeter, like this. After that, this is the 4th centimeter. This is the 3rd centimeter. And the 2nd and the 1st. Okay, make sure that you never do the construction work with a pen, because we might have to erase this later. So always do the construction work with a pencil so that you have the scope to erase all of your pencil work. Okay. Now after this step, after drawing all these circles, we are going to need a D. Okay. And place the D on the upper part of your mandala, of your construction work. Place it this way that the 90 degree should come on our vertical line. Okay. And the 0 and the 180 degrees should come on our horizontal line. So once you've placed it this way, grab a pencil and mark every degree from 10 degree, 20 degree, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 90 is already with us. 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160 and 170. Okay. This way we can divide our mandala, and this way it won't look messy. Okay. Let's do the same thing with the down part. Okay. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 we have. 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170. This is the way you're going to mark. Okay. Now if you can see, I have markings around my one circle. Now grab a scale and keep your pencil on your center and draw a line from every point you have made from the D with the help of the D. Okay. So now you're going to draw a line from every point you made from the center, passing through the point you have made with the help of the D. Okay. So this is how we're going to do it. Now this way, if you can see this way we have divided every circle into a few parts where we can draw our petals. Okay, where we can start with our pen work. So now you have to do this division in all the 4 parts of the circle. Okay. Now put a thumbs up in the chat box if you're done with this step. Now I have divided the circle into all parts, all the 4 parts of the circle into more parts. So my step is done. Now if you are done till this step and you're clear till this step, put a thumbs up in the chat box. And if you're not clear with it, put a thumbs down in the chat box. Okay. Now once this step is done, we are going to grab our pen finally. Okay, we are going to grab our pen finally, and here I have my black pen. Now look, these are some reference of your mandala art, of your petals. So first of all, we are going to do the plain pen work. What is plain pen work? Now if you see here all the petals are filled with some or other design, right? But plain petal work is basically this. When you draw just the plain petals and do not fill design inside it. Okay. So we are going to draw plain petals first of all. Let's start from the second circle. Okay. The first circle is always left blank, or is filled with a peace sign, or is filled with black color. It never carries any kind of designs. Okay. So we are going to start with the second circle, Okay. Now starting from the first line here, if you can see this is basically the way we have to do this. ये जो 2 लाइन्स हैं, ये जो ऑड लाइन्स हैं, उनमें हमें हमारा पेटल बनाना है. लेट्स लीव द इवन लाइन and draw the petals in the odd lines. So first and third, third and fifth, fifth and seventh, seventh and ninth, ninth and 11th. So this is the way you have to do it, okay? After completing this step, once you've completed this step, you're going to take the pointed part of every petal. You're going to start from the pointed part of one petal and you're going to end at the second petal. Okay? This is the way you have to do it. Starting from the pointed part of one petal and ending on the pointed part of the second petal. Okay? Starting and ending like this. Look at this. Okay? So detailing is a must in mandala art. Whenever you start a mandala art, you must train your mind in a way that you have to detail every work. Okay, each and every petal needs detailing, each and every construction needs detailing. So now once you've drawn these two kinds of petals, you can take the middle of your circular petal. Now this is called a circular petal, okay? This is known as the pointed petal and this is known as the circular petal. You can also call it the square petal, but circular petal is its official name. Now once you've drawn your circular petals, take the center of your one circular petal. This is the center, okay, where the division line is coming. This is the division line and this is the center of the petal. Take the center of the petal, begin from the center of your petal and make a pointed petal again and end at the center of your second petal. This is the way, okay? Do the same for the whole line of petals. Look. So if there is any problem, if you have any query, you can always ask me in the chat box, okay? This is the way you have to make all the petals. So when you're beginning from the center of a circular petal, you'll end at the center of a circular petal. So beginning and ending should be at the center of any petal, be it pointed or be it circular, okay? Now I'm going to draw all these petals. Now I have completed the petal work, the third line of petals, and I've also drawn a few circles in the beginning of our mandala art. Now this is needed so that there is a neat beginning of the mandala art. Now if you're going to start the mandala art without making circles or without making a line there, it would look very unclean, okay? So therefore circles or a line is needed in order to start a mandala art. Now once you've drawn these three series of petals, you're going to draw the fourth series, okay? The fourth series can be either pointed or circular, it is your choice. I usually prefer pointed petals because they are easy to draw, okay? Now I am drawing pointed petals here. You can also draw the pointed petals. Now as I said, always begin your petal from a point of your petal or from the center of your circular petal, and end your petal at the point or the center, okay? So now let's draw this and it's done. This series of petal is also completed. You can complete all your 8 series. Now as I told you that we had drawn 9 centimeters here, right? We had drawn points on 9 centimeters here. So our petal series would be 8 series because we left a circle here. So once we have left a circle here, we'll have 8 total series of our petals, okay? Now for instance, you're tired of making big petals, you can always draw a circular ending here, like for instance this or this. Okay, these circles are used to end a petal series and then start a smaller one. Okay, I'll show you an example. I'll start drawing circles from here. Okay, now look, I've drawn circles here, and this is the ending of our one series of mandala. Now this is the series. Okay, first we were calling a whole line as series, like this is the first series, then this is the second, then this is the third. But now since we have drawn these circles around this, so now all these four petal lines are one series. Okay, starting with the second series, we are going to draw a petal here in the one column. Look, drawn in the one column, and then in the second column, then in the third column, then in the fourth column, then fifth, sixth, seventh, and that way we are going to complete the whole line. Okay, now here I have drawn all my petals and my petal work is completed. Okay, my plain work is completed. Now I will need to draw the petals, to draw the designs on the petals. Now these are some references for you. You can draw according to these. Okay, I'll share a photo of this on the group, and I'll teach you how to draw these for 2 or 3 series of petals. The rest of the work will be homework for you, and you'll send me the photograph of your completed mandala. Okay, so I'll teach you how to draw these designs in 2 or 3 petals, and after that you'll have to complete the inside work. Okay, let's start with the last line of the petal. Okay, this is the eighth one. Okay, this is the 8th line of the petal. So first of all, I'm going to draw a border in the petal. Look at this. I've drawn a border inside the petal, and then I'm going to draw a line dividing the petal into 2 halves. Okay, from this line on the one half I'll draw slanting lines. Okay, slanting lines, and on the one side I'll draw a jalebi or a spiral. Okay, and I'll draw a flower like this. Now once you've drawn the flower, make sure to color the white parts around the flower. Okay, so that it looks neat and clear like this. So this is the type of petal we have made here. This is the design that you have to draw into the 8th petal. You have to draw the same design in one series, in one line. Okay, now look at this. Same goes for the whole line. Okay, now into the circular one, always make sure to draw a border into your petal. Be it a pointed petal or be it a round petal, you must draw a border inside it to make it look clear and to make it look neat. So mandala art is all about looking neat. Okay, so after drawing a border into the petal, I am going to draw any of these designs, or I can also draw a design that suits the mandala art. Okay, you can always find references of petals on Pinterest or on Google. I'll send you a few links. So let's draw. After drawing the border, I'll draw a line that divides the petal into 2 halves, and then I'll draw vertical lines on one side of it. Okay, and slanting lines on one side of it, as you can see. Okay, now once this is done, make sure to complete all the line into the same design. Do not change design in between of the line. Okay, this is the way you have to complete all the petals. I've sent you a sample work, you can refer to it. Okay, and if you have any queries, you can always ask me either in the chat box or on my WhatsApp group. Now, how to end the mandala? Can we leave it this way? You can obviously leave it according to your petals. You can always leave it on the petals, but to end it, to give it a finishing work, you can make something. Now, you can either make these kind of flowers. Look, these kind of flowers for ending it, or you can draw this. So I am going to go with this one. Okay, like this. Okay, so you're going to do this on all your mandala, and you're going to draw the designs into the petals. I've taught you all the basic work. Now the detailing should be done by you. I've given you the references. If you have any queries, you can always ask me. I'll be there for you. And so this is done. To complete the mandala art is your homework. After completing, make sure to send it in the group. Okay, bye bye.